How are we doing, guys? Today I'm going to be pitching the Camper Studland 8 Air. As you can see, I've already got the base out. Okay, I wanted to skip past getting it out the bag. That's just a waste of time. Anyone can get it out of the bag. I've got the base down. I haven't pegged anything in yet. Okay, but I just wanted to quickly give you a review and show you what else you'll be getting in the bag. You've got a pole set, which is going to be for the side canopy. You get an air beam repair kit, in case you have a kid that's mischievous and gets up to no good and decides to pop your air beam. A set of pegs. Again, I probably would go for more of a hard ground peg set. I mean, you get these flimsy sort of smaller pegs in these bags. I mean, they're decent for soft ground, but if you want to keep the sort of base in, maybe go for more of your hard ground peg. And what looks like an instruction manual, which it isn't, because you don't get an instruction manual with any tent you buy. That's why we've created this YouTube channel for you. You get a set of different tents that campers sell, I believe, and they tell you about condensation, the cleaning and maintenance of your tent, but it will never show you how to pitch it, so it's worthless. Let's get started. Again, it's not going to stand up perfect. I've only got one of the beams up at the moment. Right, so as you can see now, guys, I've erected the middle beams, so middle and middle back, but as you can see, it's pretty much erected from the back. Now you can either decide to pitch it or pump it up, from the front too, or you can do the back. It's completely up to you on this point. The pump I'm using as well today, by the way, is actually called a Dometic Downdraw 2.2. Now I would probably say this pump is better than the original pump you buy with this tent, which you get with this tent. Obviously this tent didn't come with it because it is one of our display tents that's been up at a show, so somewhere down the line the pump's been lost. But either way, if you want to upgrade slightly with a pump, the Dometic Downdraw 2.2 should fit. If you don't know Camper, Dometic basically own Camper. They've kind of merged into one brand, so any Dometic pump should fit into these air beam camper tents. Obviously, the better quality your pump is, the easier it is to pump. I'm only using one arm here. Some pumps you have to use two. And when you're pumping these tents, guys, make sure you're always entering the tent just to give it that extra push. Two arms now, just to give it a bit more push. There we go. I didn't even have to enter that time. And again, when you're pumping these tents up, guys, then when you're inflating these tents, guys, make sure that your PSI is at least, we say 7 PSI. There are some tents that are recommended to go up to 9 PSI, like the Zempire tents. For any normal standard tent, please just pump it up to 7 psi. Because if you're inflating in hot weather, hot conditions, and you pump it further than 7 psi, there's more of a chance of your air beam basically exploding. Reason being, hot air inflates the beams. So make sure you always have it at standard 7 psi. If you want to take it down to 6 or 6.5, you can do on a hot day. But yeah, make sure it's always on that 7 psi ball point. You're always going to have a gauge on your pump anyway to tell you that information. So yeah, I would say pitching time is probably between 15 and 17 minutes. I've probably done this in around 12 to 14. Take away obviously me talking to you guys. It all depends. Are you a novice? You know, are you a beginner? If you're a beginner, it's going to take you a while. But if you have an extra spare of hands, it's going to be a lot easier for you to pitch. Pole or air beam, it really doesn't matter. Obviously, there's going to be less weight with a pole tent than there is an air beam, but there's going to be more ease inflating or erecting an air beam tent. It just takes the time is just so much quicker. You don't have to be feeding through poles from either end. So, but again, it all depends what you want to go for. For a family of 4 or 5 and you're novice campers, go for an air beam. If you're used to pole tents and you've been camping with pole tents all your life, go for a pole. What I'm going to do, guys, is just, as you can see, mid-inflation, just going to open this door to let some nice air follow through the scale of the tent. It's just going to make it easier for me, not only to enter the tent, but it's just going to blow some nice fresh air through there, just to help me with the final part. And there we go. Yeah, that's about right. What the tent will look like inside. So let's get this camera out. Again, these aren't pitched. You can pitch these down. I mean, again, yeah, you can. I'd recommend you obviously want to pitch the stitching footprint down just so you don't trip over it. But for the purpose of this video, I just want to show you what it looks like inside. And this is obviously an 8 berth tent, so you're already going to have a bedroom at the front of your living area, and then what you're going to have is 1, 2, 3 separate bedrooms. They should, with your bedroom dividers, stitching footprint or ground sheet if you want to call it that. Again, you've got 1 side door there, 2 side door there, and then obviously, like I said, your extra bedroom pod at the front of the tent. That's obviously been clipped in. When you first buy a camper Studland 8 Air, let me just put the camera back down on the ladder. This is my setup for today. Yes, guys, so when you first buy a camper Studland 8 Air, like I was saying, the bedroom pod will be in the bag. It won't already be pitched in, so you're going to have to do that yourself. But obviously, once you're pitching or taking the tent down, then you can just leave that bedroom pod in. Do not take it out and then try and pack it in the bag, because you will not be able to get the tent in the bag. The size of the tent, so you have all your guy lines, all of these guy lines that you can peg out in stormy or high winds, when it's raining. Again, if it's like a calm, sunny day, you do not have to pitch out your guy lines. That is not a necessity. The only necessity is that you peg out your base, all your bases of the air beams, you peg those out as well once you've inflated the scale of the tent. So once you've inflated your tent, then all you have to do is peg out the rest of the pegging points that are located at the air beams. Guys, that is how you pitch a camper Studland 8 Air or any 8 berth tent that is an air beam version or an air beam brand. So I'm not going to obviously pitch out the rest of the base for you. I just wanted to show you what you will have to do for the following steps. I hope you've learned how to inflate an 8 berth tent on your own, as well as with your partner or family friends. I hope that gives you a little bit more knowledge of what you need to do when you're pitching your air beam tent. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video as well. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, guys. I really would appreciate that. We would appreciate that. It's our new YouTube channel, and like I said, there's going to be more pitching videos, there's going to be more vlogging and many more things to come. Guys, I'll see you next time.